What's going on, everybody? I'm Dory Goodman, the time teller, and today we're going to be talking about the Hamilton Field Watch. 2 of them. Woo! What's up? So guys, okay, I apologize for all the wind noise. It is incredibly windy out today, but I figured, you know what? What better way to talk about field watches than to be in the field, right? I mean, look at this. It's 1:35 p.m. Let's get down to business. All right, guys, so I switched over to the fuzzy lapel mic because it would not be a time teller episode without this fuzzy thing on my chest. Now, guys, I'm hoping it helps the audio quality a little bit. I'm hoping it's not as choppy. I know I picked the windiest day to come out here, but we're working with what we got. Also, the camera may be moving a little bit because the GorillaPod is clutching for dear life against my open door. And yeah, I had the big tripod just standing and the wind knocked it over twice, and I don't want it to happen a third time because I don't know how many lives this camera has, and I don't want to come all the way out here and have my camera break mid-filming because it'd be a bummer. I wouldn't be able to film some content for you guys, and that's why I'm here. Okay, so obviously this is not like a prepping EDC survivalist channel. This is obviously a watch channel, but I would be remiss if I didn't show you guys or share with you guys some of the stuff I'm carrying with me on this little day trip outside of the city. Now, first things first, you gotta have water, guys. Agua, this is life. The earth is 70% water, and so is your body. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. Am I right about that? Who knows? I could be totally wrong. Someone correct me in the comment section. Anyway, water, super important. Love Nalgene, really durable, does not keep your water cold at all. This thing is already super warm, but again, it's a really tough way to carry some water. So love Nalgene bottles. Next thing, field notes. Guys, carry your field notebook. Seriously, if you go camping, if you go hiking, you'd be surprised how often you use these things. The paper is waterproof. Carry a Sharpie with you. Seriously, guys, super helpful. Your iPhone dies, your smartphone dies, you need to jot something down, you'll want one of these with you. Old Trapper beef jerky. Now, I know some people are gonna complain about this. Such a blatant product placement. Dude, Old Trapper or any other beef jerky company for that matter, if you wanna sponsor this channel, do it for the love of God, please. I love beef jerky. Okay, which brings us to the next thing. Pocket knives, okay? I do carry pocket knives with me, guys. Sometimes I need to open Old Trapper beef jerky. Old Trapper beef jerky, the best in the world. People always ask me, because on Instagram, I'll take pictures with my watches, like propped up against one of my pocket knives or whatever, and they're like, why do you keep 2 knives on you at all time? Well, actually, it's not even that, ooh, camera's moving a little bit. It's not all that like mysterious of a reason. It's just because I don't want to dull the blade on my main knife. This is my Benchmade, really super duper sharp. And I don't want to use this all the time, so I use this really cool vintage, I think it's a Swiss Army Patrol, or it might be a Captain, I don't know. One of you knife freaks out there, correct me. My dad gave this to me, really old. This might be as old as me or older, but I love this thing. And again, really sharp because I consistently sharpen it, but I use this to open packages, to open mail, to do a lot of menial tasks that I don't want to do with this one, so I don't sharpen or I don't dull the blade on my main knife. See, guys, it's not all that exciting, and you know, knives are cool, another little tchotchke to keep on you, but what are we talking about today? We're not talking about all that silly stuff. We're talking about field watches. And so, guys, when we're talking about redundancy, you know, like 2 pocket knives, 3 ways to start fire, all these little tips and tricks that the outdoors community has, why not be super redundant and have 2 field watches with you? Now, guys, if you're paying attention, you'll notice these 2 watches are not the same. Although they are both Hamilton Khaki field watches, this one is the 38mm mechanical. This is the 1940 hand wind kind of military hack reissue. Very cool watch. Review on this watch in the description below. below. I got this one for my birthday this year, and I've done a full review. I've spoken about this one a lot, but this one is the 42mm automatic, and this is new to the channel. Alrighty, and before we move on to the automatic version, let's do kind of a little crash course on this mechanical 38mm for those of you who haven't seen the full review on this baby. So again, 38mm, but only 9.5mm thick, so honestly, very, very thin, and that makes sense when we're talking about the field watch category. They're supposed to lay flat, they're supposed to be tucked away, they're not supposed to get hung up on your gear. Just a very pleasant watch to wear. And guys, this is just oozing with vintage military badassery. I love that aesthetic, how the Arabics are kind of just drawn on the dial, and that lume has the faux patina, but the lume still works really, really vibrantly. I'll get a lume shot in there for you. And guys, although this isn't the biggest watch in the world, this little watch definitely packs a punch. It is one rugged little piece. You're getting a sapphire crystal, and you're getting that ETA hand wind movement that vibrates at 28,800 vibrations per hour. So the second hand sweeps across the dial really, really smoothly, just very captivating to look at. So how does this compare to the automatic version? Well, let's take a look. All right, guys, the Hamilton Khaki Field Automatic on my 7.5-inch wrist doesn't feel all that much bigger. It is 42mm around. It is 12mm thick, so a bit thicker than the mechanical version, but not by much. Still very flat, still stays out of the way. As you can see, it'll slide under my cuff perfectly fine. Now guys, this watch is gonna be tough as well with a sapphire crystal, and this has a 100-meter water resistance rating. Now, the mechanical version only has a 50-meter water resistance rating and no threaded crown, but guess what? This doesn't have a threaded crown either, so kind of funny. I know people were arguing in the comment section of this review, oh, you should have gotten the one with the threaded crown. You should have gotten the 42mm automatic. That has a threaded crown. Well, no, it doesn't. And guys, with the automatic, you're getting that H10 movement, another ETA-based movement, but this is not a high beat movement, okay? This, at 28,800 vibrations per hour, is technically a high beat movement, and the second hand will sweep very, very smoothly. This automatic doesn't sweep as smoothly. It doesn't look terrible, it's just not a high beat movement. However, the trade-off is you are getting an enormous 80-hour power reserve, so I say that's a fair trade. Also, with this watch, you are getting a date complication, and I've said it a million times. The date complication, a date window, that is the most useful complication in my opinion, because you're gonna use it every day. Oh my God, it is freaking dusty out. All right, so inevitably in the comment section, someone's gonna ask, which one is better, the 38mm mechanical or the 42mm automatic? Well, that's a tough one, but I can tell you which one I prefer. And personally, I gotta go with the 38mm hack watch. This thing is just kind of the purest form of a Hamilton Khaki field watch. This is the Submariner of the field watch category, hands down. It's got the history, it's got the look, it just oozes badass. I mean, I love this watch. I mean, honestly, when I think field watch, I think this watch. I love the sizing. I love how flat it lays. I love that it's a hand wind. You know, it's kind of romantic, kind of charming, spending that time with your watch, winding it up by hand. And I don't know, it just reminds me of being outside. However, I am not saying that this 42mm automatic is a bad watch in any way. In fact, I think there's a lot of reasons to choose this one over this one. So here's where I think this 42mm automatic shines, okay? It's a much more modern watch, it's much more refined, and it's much more versatile. Honestly, with this leather strap, you can dress it up, you can wear it in a formal occasion, you can wear it out, you can wear it outside as a field watch. It's just kind of a better watch if you need one watch to do everything. Whereas this 38mm hack watch is kind of too field watchy to beat anything else. So if you need one watch that can be worn every day, that can also be worn as kind of a dress watch, but is also durable enough to go out and about in the woods, you'll probably want this automatic. But guys, hear me out. If you take away one thing from this episode, it's that you can't go wrong with either Hamilton Khaki field watch. And the Hamilton Khaki field watch is a watch every collector should have in their collection. Seriously, you will not regret it, and you'll find yourself wearing this watch all the time. But please guys, sound off in the comment section. Which variant would you choose? Which size do you prefer? Do you like mechanical? Do you like automatic? I think they even make a quartz, but yeah, what's your preference? Leave me a comment, I wanna hear from you. And if you're interested in any of the watches I spoke about today, I'm gonna be leaving links to them in the description below so you can check them out and pick one up if you so choose. And while you're at it, please check out the Time Teller shop. I add new watches and watch accessories to that store daily, and it really does help the channel out a ton when you do that, so thank you so much. I'm gonna crack open some old Trapper beef jerky, have a snack, and yeah, hopefully I can get out of here before sundown and edit this video so you can watch it before the day ends. Okay guys, have an awesome Monday. I hope the rest of your week is amazing. Go ahead, click that subscribe button. It takes 1 second, it helps me out a ton. And while you're at it, you can go ahead and click that little bell icon, because YouTube isn't always great about notifying my subscribers when I upload, and I upload a lot, so you do not want to miss out. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with other watch enthusiasts, other people that you think would enjoy this. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Okay, I'm gonna get the heck out of this wind. Seriously, I wish I was sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky.